Alright guys, we need to get out of Binghamton because not only am I sick of playing in AA, but Binghamton isn't that big of a city and I definitely made some enemies. So we need to play really well in these next couple games and get that one-way trip an hour up the road to Syracuse. Because AAA should be our next destination, and hopefully that'll end up coming soon. So looking at the calendar, we are now into July, which means that we may actually get this last start, again, like I said in the last episode, against the Yard Goats. We already lost in the first one. We end up kind of getting shut out 1-0, so not really our fault in all honesty. So hopefully we don't end up getting that Saturday game. Hopefully we can get some rest, and hopefully we can come back against New Hampshire on Tuesday and try to take that start. But honestly, it's looking like we're getting lined up for Saturday. We only have a couple days rest, so let's do our best to get out there, and hopefully then we can take on New Hampshire in the next week. I know Coach has been really looking for some more strikeouts for us, so let's really focus on that in this game. Look, if we end up walking some guys, so be it. We need to try to get strikeouts, and that means that we can't really hit the zone too much. Just need to keep it on the edge. But it looks like we do get that last start against Hartford. The Yard Goats are actually a really good team, so it's going to be a little tough. Looks like they have a couple guys who are cold right now, but their two-hitter is on a hot streak. It actually looks like our hitters are doing pretty well right now, aside from our leadoff hitter. But it looks like a recipe for success. Chase Dolander is getting his first start in AA, so hopefully we can go out there, outduel him, go to 7-6, and hopefully add a lot more strikeouts to our line. And even though we are on the road at Hartford, like I said, I've made some enemies back in Binghamton. You know, you go out there and you start out 2-5 in your career and you just make some enemies, man. Some of these Mets fans are kind of brutal, but either way, we are on the road in Hartford. It looks like our offense is going to get a chance to go out there and score some runs, and hopefully they can before we head out to the mound. And surprisingly enough, we do, which means hopefully we can actually hold this lead. Again, we really want to up the strikeouts here. Start out with a bunt, let that go foul. It didn't. Thankfully, that ended up staying fair, and the third baseman fielded it, and hey, we got our first out. Ooh, that was right on the line, too. Incredible. But if we want to get more strikeouts, we couldn't really do much about that bunt, but hopefully we can actually go to a couple of our other pitches there. We do have to worry about this guy. This is the guy that is on fire right now, Vladimir Restituyo. Actually, looks like he's hitting pretty well, too. He's hitting 304 on the season, which means we have a bit of a challenge right here. That's not to say that we can't get him out, which right there, that's a ground out to the second baseman. Not really helping our strikeout total, but at least we get two pretty quick outs. And again, if I want to get some strikeouts, I need to get ahead in the count, but that also means that my other pitches need to try to hit the corner like that. I can't believe he laid off. So let's go back to it, pardon me, and let's see if we can actually get that strike this time. We actually get the foul ball, which is even better. 1-2 count. Let's see if we can finish this off. And honestly, I think we're going to have to do that with the change. He's seen two straight fastballs. Let's see if we can get him to chase it a little bit out of the zone. And he does. Let's go. First strikeout of the game. Thankfully, that's not a bad inning right there. Two pretty quick outs and a strikeout to end it. We head back into the dugout. There are 8, 9, and 1 hitters up. And even though they didn't get any more runs there, we still have a lead, and I really appreciate that. You gotta always love playing with the lead. It gives you that little bit more... Ooh, really? That's not a strike. It looked like it hit the zone, but that's okay. But it really gives you that extra confidence, you know what I mean? It's like you don't have to go out there and necessarily be perfect. You just need to make sure that you can get some guys out. Because as long as they're playing from behind, they have that pressure on them. So thankfully that's not on you. Nice. Alright, I just need to remember that he's not going to give us that outside part of the plate. Let's see if we can jam him a little bit here. That looks good. Dude, we're not getting either side of the plate right now, unfortunately. I think we're going to have to go with the change here, just so he doesn't get a good piece on this. 3-1. Nice pitch. I guess he was looking for the fastball, and not going to do it for him. So let's actually go to the slurve here. Let's see if we can actually get this over for a strike and finish him off. We got lucky on that one. He probably should have taken that 1 yard. But let's go. Full count. We're going with the split here. Let's see if we can finish him off. There it is. And he lays off the outside corner. And you know what? When we're not getting that pitch, obviously he's not really going to swing at it. So not much we can do there. Unfortunately, they do start off with a guy on first, no outs, but it's alright. We're still in a good spot here. Wow, we're not getting that low zone either. It looks like we're going to have to actually keep it closer to the zone then. Closer than I want it to be, unfortunately. There we go. Oh, get the ball. Get the ball. Alright, just throw to first. I canceled the throw again. I need to stop trying to field the ball. Or I need to practice in my own time. But unfortunately, that leads to an error. And now we got first and second, no outs. And now we just need to pitch out of a jam. Not impossible. Loving that. We finally get a call somewhere on the border there. And hopefully we can actually keep that up. I'm actually going to go with the slurve here. We can throw that well. Thought we might be able to get him to chase, but that is not the case. But thankfully, that actually opens up the splitter inside here. Catch is calling for it. Let's see if we can get it. That looks really good. That's going to be a double play? Let's go. He was actually heading over to third. I'm surprised he didn't step on third and go to first, but we'll take a 5-4-3 double play, and now we just got to get out of it on our own. Pardon me. Yeah, he could have actually hit third. He could have actually hit third. I actually wonder if, That's okay, though. Runner on third. 2 outs, thankfully. And now let's see if we can actually finish this ourselves. Again, we want more strikeouts. Let's see if we can make that happen. Not on the outside corner, though. As long as we keep him from actually getting a hit here, I'm fine. I'm surprised he swung at that. So we can get him to swing on that, but we can't get him to swing on something that's literally, like, right in the zone. Okay, that's fine. Let's go with the slurve here. Let's get him. Oh, there we go. Okay, I thought that one was kind of hanging there, so thankfully he actually grounded that out to the first baseman. And we get out of it. No strikeouts, unfortunately, but no runs, and we'll take that. No more runs, same lead. Still playing with that same confidence here. Man, when we throw that early, that's when it ends up hanging up there, and that always scares the living hell out of me. So let's go with the fastball down and in. Ooh, get there. Center field does. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Bottom of the order, man. We need to get a strikeout again. We've only gotten one this game. It's kind of pathetic. But when we're not getting, like, the borderline pitches like that, it is a little difficult. But no excuses. We can still do this. Yep, no, don't you dare try to field that. Oh, we should have actually. That actually went into center field. I thought one of the guys up the middle was going to get it, but nope. But still, you know what? Chance for a strikeout or a double play. Those are the only 2 things we're going to accept right here. Thankfully, we're facing a lefty, which means I can actually kind of keep it on the outside half. We actually get that call for once. Let's go. So let's see if we can do that with the changeup, too. I would love to just live right there. But we're not going to get that call. That one was out of the zone. I will be completely honest. That's all right. I'm actually loving that part of the plate there. Oh, he actually swings at it, but that's going to get the guy to second. Well, now we need to get that strikeout then. Now instead of the double play, we're definitely going for the strikeout here. So let's go up and in on this one. Let's jam him. Let's see if we can get him to swing at this. I don't know how that got left in the zone like that, but that's all right. Let's get that outer half right here. Let's see if we can get him to chase. There it is. I don't know why the catcher keeps wanting to go back to the fastball. We're going to go to the split. I think he'll swing through this. There it is. Well, nope. Ends up eating him up over at third, and now we got a first and second. The positive thing about that, though, thankfully they scored that as an error for our sake. But the good thing about that, though, is now we do have a force at pretty much any base. However, we do end up having to face their hot hitter right now. The 2-hitter, Restituyo. There we go. We actually get a strike on that one. I appreciate that. We actually get a control boost for the borderline strike. Now, if only we could get that more often, that'd be great. Let's go with that changeup. Don't throw that early. And actually stayed kind of where I wanted it to. It's just unfortunate that didn't hit the zone. Let's get that fastball. No, and we're not going to get that call. So it would be really nice to induce like a swinging strike here. Oh, no. Oh, let's go. He swings at the slurve, and now we have it 2-2. He wants to go changeup? I'll accept that. Let's go down and in with the changeup. Let's see if he'll kind of do a little golf swing at this one. But let's just make sure that we don't hit him. We don't want to give him another base runner. But let's go with the split. I actually trust that today. And for good reason. I can see why he's hot now. I mean, he's actually fouling off pretty much anything. So let's go with the fastball up and in. Let's see if we can get it here. Good eye on that one, and unfortunately, that's going to be a walk, and now it is bases loaded with only 1 out. But we struck this guy out before, so let's do it again. See what we can do here. That's not looking good. We have not thrown a strike in a little while here, so let's make sure to do that. Again, force it any base pretty much. Swings at that fastball, thankfully. So hopefully our infield can actually kind of pick us up here. Hopefully we can actually get a ground ball. Or maybe we can actually get a pop out. Yeah, I'm getting out of the way. We're going to let the third baseman take this. It's an infield fly rule anyways. So there we go. Now we got 2 outs here with bases loaded. Let's get out of this jam. And unfortunately, we are facing their 4-hitter. That's a little rough, which means we just need to be smart with our pitches. Unfortunately, a changeup down and away like that isn't going to help us too much. Let's go inside. Let's jam him with a fastball. Nice. There we go. Fouls it off, and now we're back to an even count. Let's go with the split here. I don't know if he's going to be able to hit this. Well, he does. And looks like Binghamton's going to have to deal with us for probably the rest of the season. In all honesty, that was a really good pitch. He just actually took that down the line, and unfortunately there just wasn't much we could do about it. Our offense needs to pick us up now. We are no longer playing with the lead. We are playing from behind. All right, now we need to really fish for strikeouts. The shutout's gone. Let's get him to try to swing on a couple of these. Let's actually work some of our other pitches too. Let's go for that slurve. I always hate kind of throwing that to lefties, but let's get him right here. No, we don't even get that corner, unfortunately. We haven't been getting that all day, so we're definitely not going to get one that's just out of the zone. Regather ourselves here. We have 2 outs. We can still get out of this. And that's not the way to do it. That's going to be the 4th run of the game. And now it is 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. We're not going to take us out yet. That's good. But unfortunately, those 4 runs are a little rough. We get that strike on the inside. Let's see if we can get that again. We will not. But if he's seen inside, let's go to the outside with the slurve. There we go. Thankfully, we get out of it. Not another strikeout, unfortunately. That 1 strikeout ain't going to do it for us. And now that we've given up 4 runs, even though I think one of those may be unearned, yeah, again, not a great stat line for this game. I think those 2 runs may be the only ones that we end up getting from them. This may end up being a loss. Let's just make sure we can get out of this inning. There we go. 1 pitch, 1 out to the shortstop. Took him a little while, but you know what? As long as it's an out, I'm happy. And we still haven't really thrown many pitches here. So he may keep us in the game as long as we don't get into too much trouble. There we go. Good play by the third baseman. All right. Now we need to focus on getting a strikeout on the leadout and the leadoff hitter too. So let's go. Let's go fastball down and out here. Again, we want to make sure to hit that corner, but we can't even get that call. He is definitely squeezing us a bit. I think we saw that in the first 2 innings too. We don't even get that one either. Yeah, they definitely want the Yard Goats to win in this one, which I get it. You're the home team. Hey, we actually pick up that split low. All right, let's see what we can do to actually kind of get this count to our favor here. Let's get to a 2-2 right here. We are not. That is a base hit. And unfortunately made some really good contact on that. The third baseman couldn't handle it. All right, let's get out of this inning still. We can still stay in here. Thank you. I like that our coach actually has faith in us that we're going to be able to get out of this one. Although I feel like that's kind of waning a little bit right now. There we go. That's a good play. And that's going to be an out. Let's see if he sends us out there for the 5th. Let's see if our offense can get some more runs. Again, we're around like 60 pitches. We might be able to go back out there. We do, but unfortunately without some run support. So let's go. Let's go 3 up, 3 down yet again. Let's see if maybe we can even get into the 6th. How are we not getting that borderline strike? I wonder who that is behind the plate. I would say Angel Hernandez, but honestly, he usually just calls him so much further off the plate than that. Did you guys see that? Like, I think at this point, probably a couple weeks ago, ended up calling like 3 straight strikes on the outer half. Or not even outer half, man. That was way out of the zone. That might have been in the other batter's box. Let's go. We get that first out. And dude's horrible. Should be fired. But who am I? I'm just a spectator. And I'm a Sox fan. We're the worst team in the league this season. Does my opinion really count that much? There we go. We get another quick out, too. We're at 67 pitches. If we can get out of this one right here. Again, I think we might be able to go out for the 6th and give us a shot at maybe at least getting a no decision or a win. But to do that, again, we need to get out of this. This guy has 21 doubles this season. As long as we don't make it 22, I am going to be pretty happy here. Let's go with the slurve. Again, not a big fan of throwing this to the lefties, but that would have been gone. I hung that one pretty high. So let's finish him with a fastball outside. Let's see if we can get him to chase all the way out here. There it is. How did he make contact? That was so out of the zone, too, but you know what? At least it ends up being a ground out to the shortstop, and that means we have another shot of potentially going out there for another inning. Just kidding. They're bringing in Troy Miller, who is 2-2 this season. Hopefully he can go out there and kind of hold them to still the 4 runs that they have, and hopefully the offense scored a couple to at least get us a potential win or no decision. As long as they tied it, I'll be pretty happy. Let's see what happens. And unfortunately, we do not get the win. The Rumble Ponies win the series 2-1. That's great, but unfortunately we couldn't sweep there, and maybe that's why we ended up kind of getting squeezed on a few of those. Surprisingly enough, none of those runs were earned, and again, that kind of goes to the 2 errors, one committed by us, but still, 4 hits, only 1 strikeout and 3 walks. That is a really horrible, horrible line, and I don't know if we're going to drop off that top 100 MLB list, but might be coming soon. Uh-oh. Looks like it's our weekly meeting with Coach, who wants to tell us that he wants to see us strike guys out a little bit more. Hold on, what? Today is our last day on the team? Am I getting released? Because after that start, I feel like that's the only question we should be asking. I know we look a little disappointed, but let's go! We're getting out of Binghamton, baby! It's about time! I think, I don't know if maybe it was our actual performance, or maybe because those enemies came to, the team and were like, hey, get him the out of here. But let's go! We get called up to AAA. But heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Let's go to AAA. Let's go to Syracuse. And let's start our new career as a Syracuse Met. We earned this opportunity. I don't know, Coach. Have you been watching us? Coach, my goodness, man, I appreciate it. It's been a pleasure as well. Again, haven't really enjoyed Binghamton that much, but I really enjoyed playing for you, I guess. I don't know. That sounds really weird. Either way, super excited here. Looks like we're getting a call from our agent. Thank you for the congratulations on the call-up. I am ready to dominate at the next level, but I'm just ready to take the next step in our career, to be honest with you. It is extremely exciting, and how am I feeling? I'll be completely political here. I'll be sad to leave my teammates behind, but I'm grateful for a new opportunity. Let's be humble. Again, let's be political. Let's put our teammates first. Oh, you think it would motivate and inspire them? I don't know how they felt about me, so hopefully they're pretty happy for me too. But thankfully, we are now on our way to Syracuse, and this is going to be our first start in AAA. Let's go. And we actually get to meet Ty Powell, our new manager here in AAA. Thanks, Coach. I'll be honest with you, man. I know it's only an hour trip, but I'm exhausted, man. Oh, heck yeah, Skip. You better believe that I am super excited to be here. I am ready to play. I'm ready to meet my new teammates, and I'm ready to potentially be on the way to New York and play for the Mets. How am I holding up overall? Dude, I'm eager to see some action, man. Let's do it. Although, to be honest with you, I think he's pretty exhausted. And honestly, so am I. It's getting kind of late. AAA is pretty intimidating. I can only imagine. I know we're not just competing with prospects. Many players have already gotten a taste of the show, and that's actually very true. I mean, look at the A's, how many stars they've actually sent down to the minors, even though they should be up in the majors. But either way, thank you for the vote of confidence, Skip. I really appreciate it. Oh, you better believe I will go out there and win some games for you, sir, because I definitely want to go to New York and not Syracuse. Syracuse, I'm sure, is a beautiful place, though. Actually, all of New York is actually pretty beautiful, despite the fact that I live out west. But it is pretty nice up there. I actually spent, again, a year of college, the first year that I played baseball, up in the kind of New England area. So, again, I think that entire part of the U.S. is just absolutely beautiful. And speaking of beautiful, look at this locker room. What an upgrade from AA, man. That's what I'm talking about. And to be honest with you, I'll still probably end up playing this game tonight, so you'll probably see me in the next video with this sweatshirt still on. But I think that's where we're going to end this one, because I'm really excited. I didn't think that we're going to get called up after 1. I thought that maybe it was going to take 2. So I'm really happy that we ended up getting the call up. That last one is going to be our call-up game, despite the fact that it was not a beautiful one. But I'm super happy to be up here in Syracuse and super excited to get our first start. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like. If you're new, subscribe. And we'll see you guys in the next one in Syracuse.